All right. So Kirby, when I was I would say when I was first starting out, but that would be a lie because this was a couple of years into me having already been in the financial game. You'd gotten on to me because I wouldn't spend any money on anything. And I was just then letting my wife, allowing her to spend money on herself, having that personal budget or whatever you call it. And you told me about yours and your food budget. So, my question topic of the video is how much does your food budget go up every year?
My food budget really don't go up every year, but my food budget is high. My food budget is high. It don't go up every year because if I just because me, I love service. You know, I will go to a restaurant if it's great service, but then I always notice the prices going up. But if the service is not on par, then I'll just cut that restaurant or whatever out of my life. The reason why I got on you, as you put it, about letting your wife spend money on her, especially after sacrifices, is because it gets draining over time. It gets draining over time. You will sit there, especially when you're 5, 6 years in, Alex giving his wife $2 for a Snicker bar and saying, let that work for the week. That stuff would get that stuff would get boring. That stuff would get boring. And you sit there and wonder, like, what am I really doing this for? Is this my whole life? So that's why you got to let off the reins just a little bit. And I'm not saying your wife ain't spending no money, no real money. Of course, to you think it's like $1 trillion, but it's more like $2.55. But you got to let that, you got to let the rein go because they have to start seeing some rewards for the sacrifice that they're doing. And that's really what I'm saying. I wasn't saying go out there and blow a billion. I was just saying go out there and maybe she get a Snickers and a payday, for the week for lunch, not just a Snickers, you know what I mean? And that's really what I was trying to say is like they have to people, not just your wife, but people have to start seeing over time that there is some benefit of it. Of course, she see that, hey, we acquiring these properties, we see the money coming in, but all right, the money coming in. Now what? Oh, back to the Snickers bar. No, come on now. Come on now. Put a Salisbury steak on there or something once a week or something. You know what I mean? You know. Now, I talked to Alex the other day. He was talking about he in there cooking steak, calling it rare. He just took it out the freezer. That's this is what he only want to put no heat on the meat in his house. This is the kind of guy his wife dealing with.
No.
So that's why I had to say, let the reins off a little bit. Let her go get a cheeseburger every now and then.
Oh man, dude. I remember Burger King used to have 50-cent ice creams, man. Hey, that used to be the best. One day we went in, charged us like $2 each. I was like, man, they went up on the ice cream. Last time I ever went there, man.
Yeah, yeah. His wife still don't know what sprinkles is like on the ice cream. That's the guy you got to deal with, Alex. That's it. So I salute his wife all the time because I mean I'm bad, but this guy's on a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Oh man, no, I was just asking, because I know you're a big foodie, and
Mhm.
you order all the kinds of fancy food, the bluefish, tuna, sushi, and steak, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, in those terms, and that's something I had to see eventually was like you said, it's like, are you living just to stack money and then like not do anything with it? Yesterday I was reading a post in the Dave Ramsey server on Facebook. Someone had said that they did everything right their whole lives. Their father was always a big saver, and this lady saved her whole life, never went out, ever, never went traveling, nothing, always just went to work, saved her money, came home, and she ended up having a heart attack, and just about most of that savings had to go into all those medical bills. And it's kind of like, you know, it I could see some people trying to twist it and say, well, that's why you gotta, you don't get tomorrow's not promised. But it's not so much that, but plan for your future. But like you said, I mean, if you've done everything right and then something like that happens and now you know whether it's your savings or your cash flow has to go towards your medical bills and then you haven't enjoyed even a steak your whole life, then yeah, I guess like you say, what was the purpose of you building this for you and your family?
And there's not and let's not get it twisted, people. We sitting here having fun and just, cracking jokes about Alex and stuff like that. But this is not a get out of jail free card. This is not a, oh yeah, YOLO, you only live once. The key word that we said there is sacrifice for years. We didn't say sacrifice for your whole life, sacrifice for years. And then start getting, minimal rewards. And as you keep building a portfolio, then you get bigger rewards as you keep building. This ain't, oh, I got $10 in my bank account, let me go to the party over there in Cabo and I'm just gonna put it on the credit card. Hell no. If you ain't sacrificed 5 years to actually build up something, then we're not talking to you. We talking to the people that actually sacrifice, that actually sit there and sit their ass down at home and say, no, we're not spending money. We're going to invest to build our network. But then after you to make sacrifice, some rewards need to be seen. Because again, it'll get tiring, it'll get boring. You'll just be looking like, is this what I'm gonna do my whole life? I got a buddy, an army buddy of mine. He was like, when I'm this before I even started, he was like one of the most frugal guys I've known. And I talked to him, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I take the family out on a cruise, twice a year." And he mean his adult kids, everybody. He'd take the whole family out. But he put in the sacrifice to make that happen. But he ain't going on vacation blowing all the money either. He doing it within means, within what makes sense. So don't get, because we talking about, hey, you got to enjoy it, meaning, oh, you got to enjoy it every day. No, you got to put the sacrifice in every day. And then you get to enjoy it over time. Because Lord help me, I don't know why people think that, oh, because you did 40 hours in a week, that you deserve 3 nights a weekend to go party in club, to be broke again on Monday to go do it again to the next paycheck. I don't understand it. But let's say you sacrifice 2 or 3 years and then now you want to just go have a weekend bender. Okay. It ain't gonna hurt the family pocket. But go ahead, do your thing. And then get back to the grind. And if you want to do that every, quarter, so be it. But you grinding. But first, you got to grind the first 2 or 3 years first before you do your first bender. But then go ahead. But for the life of me, everybody wants to just think that, oh, I work, I deserve. You don't deserve nothing. You don't deserve nothing because you made no sacrifices. Going to work is not a sacrifice. You go to work because you created the bills that you had to pay for. You created it. I wish my mom was here today. And I remember when I was 18 years old, I was in college. I was going to college. I had the full ride scholarship, but I was like, I'm not living in no damn dorm. My mom stay right around the corner. I ain't doing that. And everybody be like, you so lucky. I know you can't wait till you get out the house. I say, what? Get out the house and pay bills? Are you crazy? I don't want no part of that life. I seen what that life is. I never wanted it. But then that was crazy, doing what, crazy college kids did. And I had to make that adjustment. But I didn't move out of my mom's house because, oh, the rules were so hard and I just wanted to leave and make my own rules. I left my mom's house because I made crazy decisions at the time to do stuff that adults do that made me take on more responsibilities than I need to. Then I had to. That's the only reason why. Like, you talk to my son right now, my 10-year-old son right now. I asked him, hey, when you moving out? He said, moving out? Man, you crazy. I'm staying here forever. Forever. I mean, of course, when he get older, he gonna say different stuff. But that's what it is. Why take on the challenge of all this stuff? But just because you go to a job and work, that don't mean you deserve anything because you created the life that you are. Everybody, the situation you are in today is a representation of every decision you made since the day you was born. That's where you're at. So you deserve what you get. So make the sacrifice and then enjoy life later. I'm gonna say it again. Make the sacrifice for a while, then enjoy the benefits later. I'm not gonna say go to work and then YOLO and play hard, live hard, work hard, play hard. I'm not gonna say that. Make the sacrifice over some time and then enjoy the benefits of it. But Alex, sorry, these touchy subjects for me. Sorry about that.
We'll close it there, guys. If you have any comments or questions, if you want to know how much Kirby spends on tuna, let us know down below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe. We're trying to get to 2,000. But with that being said, guys, we'll see you on the next one.